It's one of those crazy, muggy, hot mornings here in Malaysia. Zero wind, sun is beaming down, the humidity is right up there. It's like 9:30 and I am sweating bullets. It's hectic. But today I'm going to tackle the deck. Yeah, because how we got the soft spot on port fixed. So there's an area that needs to be redone with Kiwi grip. We use Kiwi grip over the entire boat. We did that before we left Australia and we're super happy with it. It's really easy to use, really easy to apply. We haven't lost any of the grip, which is what it's all about. So we're going to redo the whole deck with Kiwi grip once again. There is a few areas of the Kiwi grip that's come off of the primer, and where I did re-glass that big hole that I did on port side back in Australia 4 years ago, and I know when we first applied all the Kiwi grip we didn't have any power tools, so it was just because we did it in water, so it was just all hand sanded, and because of that I think I only did one layer of primer, because you can see the primer, you can just see water has got in underneath, and so the primering I did wasn't very good. Long story short, I wasn't very good at shit back then. Yeah, this is the old deck and this is the deck that I've replaced, and you can see here this is all the primer. You shouldn't see any fiberglass, and there's these little edges here. 80% of the Kiwi grip has bonded to the deck, and it's just the 20% of these areas that need to be replaced. So we're going to do the whole lot. We want to make it one big uniform flat one color, just make it beautiful. I am making progress with the old paint scraper, but it's all this physical labour stuff, man. Bring out the big boys' toys. It's time to get the grinder. They're prepping all the deck to get ready to lay down this new Kiwi grip, and so I've done, I don't know, fair majority of the boat, just kind of got the bow left here to do. I've taken it back a lot further than I had planned, along all port and starboard and around this edge, but I wanted to take it back to the original because, yeah, there's some adhesive problems that I had previously which totally had to do with the prep. Anything to do with painting, it's all in the prep. And I got up to the patch that I fixed before we left Australia, how I fiberglassed in this patch. I wasn't very good at fiberglassing back then. I'll definitely admit it, I had no idea what I was doing. And as I've been taking off the Kiwi grip and get down and discovered my fiberglass job, it's shocking. Now I say it quite a bit about jobs on Nandji. Some have been fixed really good and some have been fixed really bad. Well, this one that I fixed was really bad. It was really bad. The structure and everything with the bits of wood, that I did good in some areas. I won't totally dog myself, because the bits of wood and the structure, I had treated all of that with epoxy before they were put in, so they're still, that was all good. It was just the fiberglassing I did on top as the layer of the deck. Yeah, mate, you had some issues there, buddy. So I've grounded all that back yesterday and I re-glassed it. And it looks so much better already. I also have to do a little bit of clearing up on the edges where I've overlaid it, and then I'll just be able to fair the whole thing pretty quick and easy. And so that deck will be all sweet again now. Check out the size of the patch. You know what time that means though. I glassed it yesterday. It means it's sperm suit and grind this morning. Woo! Man, that damn crow. If I catch him, I've caught him a few times and he sits just up there. Every morning I rock up to Nandji and there's fresh nuggets sitting right there. Hey, Mum.
Hey!
Oh. We got a pretty white stripe that goes around the outside edge of the gun walls of the boat and then around the bottom of the cabin top. So we're just going to increase the width of all the Kiwi grip. It's all about those crisp corners. Because when you peel that tape up, that's the dead straight exact line that you're going to get, and that's the finished product. So it's all about snipping them up and making those corners crisp to make it look extra nice when we're finished. That deck is cleaned up, taped off, acetone cleaned, wiped down, brushed, dust free, grip free, perfectly total clean surface now, ready to lay down the Kiwi grip. But to put this on, I'm going to call in some reinforcements because I reckon it's a good job for the old boss, to be honest. So we're going to call in the reinforcements and then we can smash it out together.
Heard we were doing the Kiwi grip today.
You know it.
No, I like to do this. This is a good job.
This is a good job.
Yeah. But there are a few dark clouds around. What do you think?
She'll be right, mate.
She'll be right.
She'll be right, mate. Yeah, looking at the radar, the clouds are brewing, and it is in the afternoon in the change of seasons coming into wet season, so I guess the clouds are brewing means it probably is going to rain, so we might need to delay this project till the morning when it'll be sunshine and maximise the amount of daylight.
I called it. I bloody called it. It's about to start raining. It's going to start bucketing down. So luckily the brains has come to the operation to sort Yosh out, because otherwise we could have Kiwi grip just drizzling down the side of our fresh paint job. Right, let's do this tomorrow.
All the safety netting that's wrapped around the sides of Nandji, we've had it up for what, 4 years now, and it's starting to get pretty manky, and just through the sun and weather, patches have popped apart. And then our safety lines, when I was glassing up the port lights at the back, I was in a hurry, mad rush because I was fiberglassing, and I leant on one of the safety lines and it broke and I nearly fell off the boat. And so that was not really exactly what you want. So safety first, we're going to get rid of all these safety lines because I'm guessing they're the original 20-year-old just galvanized wire. And having wire, just you get all the burrs and stuff on the edges, and just when you run your fingers across it you get spiked and you get little splinters and jabs. So I'm actually going to get rid of all that wire and replace it with Dyneema instead. There's no great rush to reinstall the safety netting, but the safety lines of course will get done before we leave. But yeah, it's just another job that needs to be done, but I'll pass the buck on that as well. I'll rip down all the nets though, because destruction I'm pretty good at.
The sun's shining today, and it's a pretty good thing we didn't do the deck yesterday because it ended up raining a lot in the evening. So that would have washed it all over the boat, and we don't need collateral damage. We've had enough of that.
Should we start again today?
Yeah. Boat work's a little bit more challenging with Tallulah, so I get it about 5 minutes and then I got to come back and sort her out. Don't I, cheeky girl? She's good. She's so good. This is the roller head. This is what gives it the texture. So when you put it down, it's kind of like yogurt, and then that's the kind of consistency of it. And then you just like lay it all out evenly with a spatula thing, and then you roll it with this guy. And yeah, it leaves that imprint on there. And so you just, yeah. And so this is what gives it the texture. It's pretty cool.
Starboard side of the boat, still in the shade. So there's a little bit of moisture still, so we'll wait till the sun hits that side to dry it out, and then I can wipe all that down with acetone, and that'll be our access point to forward and back of the boat for now, because we're going to start on port side since that's in the raw sun. That's all been wiped down and nice and dry. Just spread all this Kiwi grip out because it's in these little bags. I think I'll just squirt it, and they do recommend using like a tile scraper sort of deal. It's something like this. This is what we found on the internet, but trying to find something like this in Malaysia has not been easy. We've tried to order them in and still they haven't arrived, so I've had to create my own. And last time we used a trowel that had like 3 millimeters deep, and when we rolled it, we created a very aggressive texture. So this time I've knocked the top off everything and I'm trying to not go so aggressive. So this time I want to try to lay it on thinner. So I've cut out my own here, and they're like 2 mil deep sort of deal. So hopefully this will spread it all out. And when we go over the top with the roller, we won't get such an aggressive, such a thick texture like we did last time. I want to try to tame it down a bit. So we'll start in the corner anyway, and that can be our little test zone. And then we know what to do for the rest of the boat. Feeling it is to have Nandji back in the water. But today I'm going to finish off the decks. How we used Kiwi grip to redo all the decks, and we didn't quite allow ourselves enough. And so there's that little patch on the starboard side of the bow there that needs to be done. And we didn't have enough to actually finish the whole area anyway, like on the cabin top here, in the cockpit, on the floor of the cockpit. And so we got some more sent over. I guess that's the good thing about Kiwi grip, is that it's water based, so it can go on a plane, so it doesn't take forever to actually travel to you. So we got some chucked on a plane, and a week later here it is in Malaysia, so good work PYI. And here we are. So now I've just got to finish it off and put it all out on the deck. I've pretty much scraped it all back. I just need to wipe everything down with acetone now. A couple of spots I need to put some primer down, and I just got to tape it all up, and then we can start splashing this stuff around. It is a task that takes, it's all about the prep, standard painting. So just get as much prep done quickly as I can. I think the most difficult thing today is going to be keeping Marley out of the wet paint. He normally sits on his bed and watches Dad do his work. Stop delaying it. This is the last job, and then we can fully move on. So I really want to get it done because I want to move on tomorrow. So I've got the floor done and started with the hound on the boat. I think we might need to send the hound on walkabout. Don't you reckon, buddy? Can you walkabout? The joys of working in the change of seasons. So the season's pretty well changed now, and the westerlies are starting to blow in. We're in the northern hemisphere, so it's coming into the westerly and wetness. A lot of squalls coming this way, and when I'm trying to paint Kiwi grip around the cockpit, I really don't want it to be pissing down with rain. Alright, the show must go on. You can't be scared of a cloud every time a cloud forms. Now the cabin top at the back here is all completed. That's the last area that needed to be done. The deck's all finished, it looks great. I'm glad we got to get the extra Kiwi grip and do all of Nandji, because now it's all one uniform, same colour. So it does look a lot better than having patches. I'm really happy with the finished result. Kiwi grip's just such an easy product to use, so it's just easily spread and easily put out, so I'm very happy with using it. You can see the texture is a little bit more aggressive than what we had planned through this video, but it's there to create grip, and that's exactly what it will do. So I'm not too phased about it. Very happy with the end result. If you like the video, legends, please subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you in the next one. Catch ya.